What do people need to know about any data security risks with TikTok, and what do you recommend as solutions to those problems?
Well, the problem is we don't know how bad the problem is. So when you're asking how much information does ByteDance have compared to, or Tencent have over us, I don't know. But what I do know is this: Meta, Facebook, Instagram, and all of the outfits in America are doing the same type of spying that Tencent is doing, and they're all using the serial ID of your Bluetooth identification from your phone that identifies the phone to the world. They're using that number to basically amass a whole bunch of data. They claim it's anonymous, but come on. I mean, you just have to check the serial number to the owner to figure that out. So the bottom line here is everyone's doing the same thing. So to basically look at TikTok and go, TikTok is singularly bad, it's not true.
Right. My confusion, I think a lot of other people's is this really the root cause of the issues we should be most concerned about? Because if China makes a lot of our tech, including SIM cards and other devices, they could easily gain access to the same intel without TikTok. The other layer of that is a lot of what they're calling TikTok refugees. A lot of people are now migrating to the actual Chinese version of TikTok. So not only is it not something we understand, it's not something we control. The other layer of that is that we've seen in other age verification and ban type efforts, the use of VPN surges.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is very funny to me. The banning of Pornhub in Texas, and Pornhub decides to shut down, and then the VPN surges in Texas as people are escaping Texas to other places with VPN to actually watch their porn. And Pornhub has not really seen a depreciative amount of porn because people use VPNs to get around the restrictions.
And VPNs can open people up to a whole other layer of data risk, is that right?
Correct. In fact, forgive me, Killer Tech and the Drive to Save Humanity, I have a whole chapter in which I talk about my son opening a VPN up in our house. And he did some harm to us. And in fact, we had to burn a whole email address because of the damage he created. So the thing is that VPNs are dangerous because if you're anonymizing yourself and you get into a dangerous situation, you have to appreciate that the people you're playing around with are a lot smarter usually than you are. So you're inviting yourself into places that you really have no business being in. You don't want to play around with a black hacker, someone who's really good at cyber bullying, terrorism, being able to hack things, because those people have a mission, and their mission is to basically take down your lock or your fence or your gate in any way they can, because that's how they get their merits. That's how they gain accolades in the community, is how they can hack into things. So we are in a war. So going back to TikTok, because I really want to answer this question. TikTok in itself is dangerous because in America, the actual concepts by which it operates, in other words, there's a whole bunch of censorship policies that TikTok has made for themselves. And that means they're willing to allow so many things on their platform, and they will censor certain things on their platform. Well, what's interesting is TikTok has actually literally been one of the most open platforms where you can see the most amount of content, which is absolutely true, with an audience of 2 billion people. And you can see more content on TikTok than pretty much any other platform on planet Earth. Everything goes. The fact that they got rid of the short version of videos to make educational videos, to make long form videos, short-term videos, and then monetization videos, and brought business in. They, in many ways, they have shown Google up. They have shown YouTube up, because actually they're doing a better job than YouTube did, and their growth is faster than YouTube's. So the truth of the matter is when you look at TikTok, you'd be disingenuous if you did not agree that the creators of TikTok did a masterful job, because they've created a platform that never stops. The cycle of it's repeating all the time. It's beautifully addicting, keeps your eyeballs grabbed, and they make a lot of money And yet, funnily enough, they're still figuring out ways to monetize it. It's not as profitable as they'd like it to be. But what we have to realize is, it's going back to this lady, very upset, talking about how weak the US government is to ban TikTok. I'm sorry, I disagree completely with that statement. I think the hardest thing for a government to do is to go to the people and say, we're taking something away you like, because this fundamentally, we need to send a lesson to another country, because that country is banning and hurting people. And if we allow them to make money off of Americans, we're empowering them to hurt their own people.
So I understand that logic, but is TikTok the main way China makes money off America? My counterpoint to that would be yes, and China's making money off of us in so many ways, has so much access to our data, the SIM cards, the tech that we use. They could spy on us and listen to us in every other way possible. Is TikTok really the root cause, or in your opinion, what should we really be concerned about?
Well, honestly, I mean, if I was negotiating and I was the government, it would be such a simple negotiation for me. Okay, China, you can have TikTok, we want X. And if you want to keep your version of TikTok, we want to keep our version of X. So no censorship of X and no censorship of TikTok. Now you've got a real discussion. See, what people have to realize is our government is only retaliating for the firewall. So TikTok is not the issue. The issue is X can't be there, Instagram can't be there, Meta can't be there. So why, I just hope people realize, so you don't care that no other American company can do social media in China, but China can come in and dominate our social media. And they have made it very clear they don't want our social media because they don't want our democratic messages. I have a problem with that. And I hope that people will start to wake up and realize that this isn't about TikTok. This is about fairness. So if I was American president, I would go, all right, guys, open it up. We'll open it up to you, you open it up to us. And by the way, what about us having an exchange of ideas? Let us have our American ideas and you have your communist ideas. And let the ideas win through the forum of openness and transparency. Now that's a discussion I would like to have. So to your point, Kim, that's my point, is I would like to see X opened up, give TikTok its due, and honor TikTok for its technology prowess, because it's a wonderful platform.